YouTubers, what's up? It's your boy Hamlet, and we are going to be bringing you a quick DIY fix it. This is going to be covering the Kenworth. This model is a T600, but this is probably going to work on W900, T800, and so on and so forth. Pretty much any Kenworth model, or even Peterbilt models as well. Now, what we have here is this door, and this door is giving us issues on coming inside. We can't come in from the outside, but we can come out from the inside out. So you can see that we open this and it closes, but when we attempt to do that from the outside, the door handle is just open. So we're going to show you that, and we're going to show you the quick remedy of how to fix that and all that. All right, we can see we're outside and nothing is happening. This is actually, it feels pretty loose. All right, and what winds up happening is the linkage rod gets disconnected from the door handle, and they have their little plastic pieces that rot over time and get bad, and you have to replace those. Immediate quick solution, you can use zip ties, but it's only going to last for a little bit, and it could easily just pop off, and it's much easier to get these little plastic grommets and replace them. Now we're going to show you the other side, and we're going to tell you guys how you know the other side is going. All right, so now we have this side, and you can see that this is much harder. It's actually trying to open, but I actually have to push in and pull out at the same time in order to open. And that's how you know that those linkage plastic pieces are starting to go bad, because there's a lot of play in them, and it's making for this door handle to be a lot more harder. Pick these up from Kenworth, right? That is the part number 04075-4, and I got a bag of these. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Sorry about that. There's about 5 of them in here, and we're gonna let you guys know how many you're gonna need. All right, what we got to do is go ahead and remove these. This is interior panel, which is, you know, these bolts around here and on the bottom side. All right, and you're gonna have to also remove this, which is the crank handle, and don't forget that you have one there as well. And yeah, once you remove this out, then you can get access to the back of there. Another thing that we're going to be looking at is this little strike here. Every time I roll the window down, we got a little bit of scratching going, so I'm pretty sure we have a screw or something that's rubbing up on here every time this window goes down. So we're going to see if we can fix that as well. All right, bit size is going to be a T15, okay? Just all depends on what kind of bolts you have on here or whatnot. All right, once you got all these screws removed, this kind of comes off by just pushing up against the thing. Get your fingers back there and just doing that. Okay, you just gotta be a little bit gentle with it. And I got all my clips. Now you can order this piece right here in chrome or whatever, but we got all our tabs. We didn't break anyone pulling that out, so that's always good to know. Then we pull this off, and you can see we have the sheet. All right, now we're gonna put this sheet off to the side, and we're gonna go ahead and remove this this door, which there shouldn't be too many bolts holding this skin, which it should be just a couple, like several bolts, you know, this one, this one, this one. It'll be pretty self-explanatory. I wouldn't go ahead and mess with this. This can come off together as a unit, so don't worry about messing around with this too much. All right, what I will say is sometimes, so now you might not need to take this whole skin off to do your repair, because sometimes well, I don't know if this is factory, but this is how I find mine. But you know, whatever panels here, move that over, and you can see what the issue is. This is the worn out plastic piece, and you can see it's a little bit broken off there. So we're going to replace that piece, and you can see the linkage rod is there, and this is what actually opens the door. What I do want to do is just open up the door and replace all the little pieces. Since we're here already, I want to open up everything and just see what we got going on here, and also look at that scratch that's coming from that glass. All right, remove these bolts right here. It should be 1 and 2 right here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, go ahead and remove that so you can pop this against. See, this is what clearly somebody did, and you could probably do yourself if you're in a jam. Use a zip tie. But in my cases, I found this is where my glass is binding, because this rod is pretty much sitting right onto this thing, and this is obviously going to be an issue. So we're going to get the correct thing, remove these zip ties, and see if we can get this mounted up a little bit better. And that's the first one that we're going to replace, and that's at the top by the locking. All right, so this one is going to be for your push rod to close the door. This is the little button that sticks up from there, and you can see that it goes up into this little crevice right up there. All right, and then it'll stick up. All right, so if yours has been lost, it's probably just sitting inside this door jamb. All right, so we already loaded up this piece in here, and probably gonna have to get off the camera here. Alright, let's see if we can get this going. You have to push in. Go ahead and push this like that. It clicks over and it's locked. Alright, and you can see this works nice and easy. This is never going to come off in a long time. Alright, we went over this rod, so that's one thing to take a note. You can see how that bend comes in. Don't do it the opposite way, or else you'll have it just scratching the glass. The next one we're going to work on right now, and you're just gonna take a background. You see how I'm doing this? I'm just leaving this thing hanging. I'm not bothering to take this whole panel off. It's not bothering me too much. We're gonna go ahead and work on the other piece. Alright, so I went ahead and replaced that piece. You can see it's brand new. It did take some adjusting to get that in there, so just take your time. You can easily break one of these things. I'm not gonna replace this one. This one's pretty good. It's not, there's no play in it. This one is good as well, so I'm not gonna bother messing with this one. Now that that's connected, you can see when we open the door, this is my hand in the back side here. When you open the door, you can see it's actually working now. Okay, well, really what we needed was a new assembly of this, because the spring in here, you can see it's not wanting to go back in as easy. But you know, we'll do what we can with cheap parts. This rod, in case you're wondering where it goes, you can see that this rod is not connected. It's actually going to go to, there's this one right here. There's a piece there. Trust me, there's one there. Right, and that's what's going to open it up. You can't see it, but there's a little hole on there. You put your finger on there, and that's where this rod gets connected to, right in the back side there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and change this piece out and put a new one in. Got a little bit of better angle here, but you can see I put the new piece on there, and that's where it goes to. And now we have we should have this thing working nice and good, and no slack in between these pieces, these rods, and everything is good to go. We're gonna just go ahead and look at everything. You can see we have well, I don't know if you can see, but I'm just letting you guys know that there is some pressure there, and you can see the mechanism is working, and it's working up there as well. Okay, you can see if we wanted to, we can close this lock, open it, and it opens up. All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and reinstall it. Before putting the inner skin, we're gonna test everything out, and we're gonna put the handle on. We're gonna push this closed, and we're gonna open this handle here and make sure it goes up. Okay, so you can see it goes up. And there you go. Okay, You see it pops up. All right, we're gonna roll this window down. Now that's much better. It still squeaks a little bit, but we definitely removed the resistance of it scratching on anything. What we need to do is just lube up these insides with some lithium grease and we'll be good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. A little quick short video on how to work on the doors on the Kenworth. This is going to be pretty similar like any Freightliner, Kenworth, Peterbilt. So use it as a guide and make sure you get the proper clips. I have tried using like some clips from AutoZone and they honestly just don't work. Just a little different shapes and sizes. So just make sure you get those clips from the dealer, and once you get them, go ahead and go to town and do whatever you got to do with, whether it's your rod that's falling down, whether your door can't open from the outside, or vice versa. Okay, so anyways folks, I hope you enjoy the content. Mash that like button, mash the subscribe button, drop a comment down below to let us know what you think of the video. And at the end of the day folks, the choice is simple: you get busy living or you get busy dying. It's your boy.